Have you ever heard someone say, never trust someone if they have the same eyes as snakes? It's a statement that might seem a bit strange at first, but it's one that carries a deep and cautionary lesson. Today, we're diving into what this quote really means, why it's important to be aware of the people around you, and how to spot the red flags that could save you from betrayal, deceit, and manipulation. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the world of trust and deception. First, let's break down the phrase itself. Eyes like snakes. It's not something we hear often in everyday conversation. But when we look at snakes, we see creatures known for their calculated movements, coldness, and hidden intentions. Their eyes, often cold and unblinking, are a symbol of detachment and danger. Now think about people who give you that same feeling. You know, those individuals whose gaze seems too intense or calculating, as if they're sizing you up or holding back something. They don't just see you, they observe you, maybe too closely. That's where the comparison comes in. When someone has eyes like a snake, it's a metaphor for their lack of empathy or warmth. It's about being guarded and self-serving. Trust is one of the most fundamental aspects of human relationships. It's the foundation upon which friendships, partnerships, and even societies are built. However, not everyone deserves your trust. Psychologists tell us that there are certain signs we can pick up on, like body language, tone of voice, and, yes, the eyes. A person's eyes can convey more than words ever could. And while we can't always read a person's true intentions just by looking at them, there are certain subtle cues that can indicate deceit, manipulation, or a lack of sincerity. Eyes that dart around too quickly, an unblinking stare, or overly calculating expressions can suggest someone is hiding something or is emotionally distant. Just like a snake, they're focused on their prey, possibly you, ready to strike when you least expect it. But what happens when you trust someone who has snake-like eyes? The answer isn't pretty. People with deceptive or cold eyes often engage in manipulative behavior. They may not show their true feelings, and they may charm or deceive you with an air of calmness, only to betray you when the time is right. The danger lies in the fact that these individuals are experts in maintaining control. They don't let their emotions show, and they are always thinking two steps ahead. The snake doesn't need to chase its prey. It strikes with precision when the time is right. This can make it incredibly hard to spot their true intentions, especially when they disguise themselves with kindness, compliments, or flattery. They know how to make you feel seen, heard, and valued. But in reality, they're only seeking to exploit you for their own benefit. So how do we spot these snake-eyed individuals before they do damage? It all comes down to awareness. Here are some red flags to look out for. 1. Intense, unblinking eye contact. People who make unnerving eye contact may be trying to dominate the interaction, assert control, or hide something from you. Trust your gut if their gaze feels too sharp or piercing. 2. Inconsistent body language. While their eyes might remain cold and focused, their body language could send mixed signals. Watch for contradictions, someone saying one thing, but their body telling you another. 3. Charm that feels too good to be true. We all love to feel flattered, but when someone is overly charming, almost to the point of being manipulative, it's worth pausing. Snake-like individuals often use charm to disarm you. 4. Emotional distance. They never really open up to you about their own lives. They keep things very surface level while probing into your emotions and weaknesses. That's a huge sign that they're not truly interested in you. They're interested in what they can gain from you. Protecting yourself from these kinds of individuals requires setting boundaries and developing emotional intelligence. Here's what you can do. 1. Trust your intuition. Your gut feeling is one of the best tools for detecting deception. If someone's energy feels off, don't dismiss it. It's okay to take a step back and reassess. 2. Don't rush trust. Trust is earned over time. Don't let the charm or the snake-like eyes fool you into thinking someone has your best interests at heart. Observe their actions over time and pay attention to consistency. 3. Set boundaries. Protect your emotional and physical space. If someone continuously disrespects your boundaries, it's time to reevaluate your relationship with them.